Mrs. Gillen, I was talking to Fred the other day, and he shared a story with me that you instruct embroidery and that you've been doing it for a long time. And he actually let me watch a little video, and some of your designs are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they're amazing. I was looking at that, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. My mom has some of those real fancy machines in a whole sewing room, and so when I saw your work area, I instantly related because that's the area I'm not allowed to in my mom's house. Could you tell me a little bit of information about you and how you became an authority on embroidery and how you started teaching embroidery to other people?
Yes, I can. I guess it started about 30 years ago when I bought my first machine, and um, everything grew from there, and it just became a passion. From the sewing machine side of things came the computer side of things too, and the software that goes with the machine. These days, ladies are spending $10,000 Australian and American dollars on top of the line embroidery machines, and they really need help with using those machines and getting the best out of them.
Now,
So
you had mentioned that there was one type of embroidery machine in particular that you specialize in.
I love Janome.
And from what I understand, you used to work at Janome as a sales rep, or
Yes, as a sales and education consultant for about 4 years. Um, we had also a couple of years ago a trip to America, to Florida, for the release of, at that time, the top of the line machine.
wow, that's exciting. Okay, well, you know what? It sounds like you certainly have the experience and stuff. Can I ask you what the your students, because I obviously I saw your training materials, what is the biggest single mistake that you can think of that students make?
The biggest frustration, I guess, seems to be everything is important when you're doing an embroidery, from the needle you use to the thread and how you hoop up the fabric and the backing. There's lots of things going on, but everything in its own right is important, and it's important to get that right. A lady could spend 2 hours doing a design and at the end have a really bad result, and that's really frustrating. So it's important to get it right from the start.
I would assume that what we're talking about on that is the foundational setup.
Absolutely. Yep, from hooping the fabric to threading the machine, if it's not done correctly, it ends up not being a good result.
What is your number one secret insider tip?
Ladies do not read instruction books.
Neither do you guys.
I know.
So
But
it's
I find most ladies love to be shown how to do something. Um, it's kind of, show me how to do it and then I'll go away and do it. And I
okay. And
found in Australia a lot of women that buy these machines, and also in America too, they're in quite remote areas where they don't have any backup and support. And because of that, Fred and I really tried to put something together online for people that can't get to a class but can get help.
you have a course available that, from what I saw, has modules that walk you through from beginning to end. And it seems to be
Absolutely.
very well laid out because even I understood what was going on, knowing virtually nothing. It was right there. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Establish that setting up the machine from the very beginning the right way is probably the single most important aspect that you have to do. Is there is there something when it comes to obtaining patterns or programs, or what would be the next thing to pay attention to?
Okay, absolutely. The next thing is the software. Now, most of these machines come with software that enables you to transfer designs. We have now, the latest model is wireless, and it actually comes with an iPad, so you can open a design on an iPad and then wirelessly send it across to the machine. And that's fine, but a lot of people need help with software. and how to use that software, and also how to set it up. It's not easy for everyone to be able to do that.
In the training modules for the software setup, is that included in your course?
There's software that comes with the machines, but there's also an add-on software which is called digitizing software. And that is a real passion of mine too, because that's where people can go in and create their own designs.
And then how does that apply to the Janome machine?
Well, simply when you create your design in the software, you then send it to a USB stick and plug it into the machine
Oh,
and
wow.
stitch it. It's brilliant.
That sounds awesome. Do when you have everything going on with the software, with the foundational setup and the instructions, what kind of support would your program offer, or how can you help people that are in those remote destinations if they become involved in your program?
Well, we offer an email, so people could email me directly with any problems they have. Um, they could call if they wanted to, and we can talk them through what issues they're having.